And especially I would like to mention in the House also, because a lot of people have raised this issue across the benches, sir, and even Speaker, sir, has also taken cognizance of this. So we are thinking, sir, of setting up an online mechanism to take in grievances from not just the MPs, from also the public. And we'll put up a team in the ministry which is going to specifically look about these issues where they feel undue advantage has been taken or unnecessarily some unreasonable hike has happened in airfares. Whenever there is an issue like this, we're going to create an online system which will take care of the grievances. You can put in your grievances, and with timely response, we are going to address this one, and we are going to make sure that there is no undue advantage that has been taken by the passenger. And this much I want to tell the honorable members of this House, sir. And other than this, one important scheme that has been brought in by Honorable Prime Minister, I would like to mention it to the House again, sir, which is the RCS scheme. RCS Udan scheme was a total game changer for the civil aviation market in the country. And we should all be proud by the great vision Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji had to create this scheme back in 2016 itself, sir. And I take great pride in talking about this RCS Udan scheme, which is Regional Connectivity Scheme, Ude Desh Ka Aam Nagrik. And some of the success stories this has created. Now, I could see the positivity of most of the people, members who have spoken yesterday also. They have been proudly talking about the airports in their districts, airports in their constituency, how they have increased, how they want more connectivity happening, how they want the terminal capacity to increase. And I would like to take certain examples. One example is Darbhanga Airport, sir. Darbhanga city is a very historical city. When this was from the Maithili time, it was a very historic and important city. And it had one airstrip there, sir, which was running during 1950 and 1962. After 1962, there was no plane there. It was totally taken away from the civil aviation map of this country. And when RCS came into play, when Udan came into play, this was in 2020, after the airport was upgraded with spending 120 crores to the Udan scheme, the first flight from Darbhanga took off on 9th November 2020. And since then, sir, this was in 2020, the first flight took off. And in the year 2022-23, this was after the COVID also, the airport handled 6 lakh passengers in the whole year, sir. And that was the kind of change the RCS has brought in for this Darbhanga. And Jharsuguda Airport, there was no airport in Western Odisha. And there was a huge interest for all the people from Western Odisha that we should have an airport. Before 2014, before this RCS scheme, there was nothing which was addressing this issue. But once RCS was brought into place, even this Jharsuguda airport, we have spent up to 202 crores, where we have created a new airport. And once that airport was brought in, 2019 first flight took off, and now that terminal is handling 2 lakh passengers per year, sir, which is a great achievement for Jharsuguda airport. Then we have Pithodgarh airport, Kalburgi Airport, Kishangarh Airport. Examples are numerous, sir, and these come from all the cities, all the states, all the union territories of this country. So this was the grand vision that Narendra Modi ji had, where we are going to take up those remote areas where there is a lot of demand for people to travel through airplanes. So that was when this RCS was promulgated and it was brought into effect. And we are running at the tune of more than 500 routes have started under RCS, sir. And more than 1.4 crore people of this country have traveled through this RCS routes. And that is something which we all should be proud of, sir. And other than that, we are going to, because of the success of this scheme, we are going to improve the scheme, sir. In the coming days, with the help of the central government, we are going to bring in RCS again, because it was a 10-year plan. And now we are seeing that there are some issues when the RCS is specifically for 3 years. Because the way that scheme was done is that for 3 years, we are going to help a certain airport or a certain route to take off. But it was not for a continuous time that the government is going to provide the support. We wanted to create the impetus. We wanted to create the push and the spark. So for 3 years we were supporting. But now a specific situation has arrived where after 3 years the airlines sometimes are backing away from that route. That also has been expressed by a lot of people. So we are going to address that issue. We have a process where after 1 year, we can bid that route and we can restart that route through RCS. And we need to extend the scheme of RCS because it has been a huge success and it has given a huge push to the civil aviation also. So definitely we are going to look into the expanding of RCS also, sir. And other than that, in the area of civil aviation, just like how the interest is growing on for having more airports and airlines, we want to have seaplanes also. That has been also a brainchild for Narendra Modi ji, he wants to see the seaplane industry also grow in this country. And there was certain policy which was made earlier, but we have taken industry feedback also on seaplane policy. They have requested for some changes. We have done those changes, and very soon we are going to launch the new policy also. And that is going to open up a new whole area of air travel, sir. Wherever you have these dams, wherever you have these lakes, wherever you have the sea connectivity, you can use the seaplane connectivity to connect those places again, which is going to create an alternate way of traveling, sir. So seaplanes is something we are looking at, and helicopters, sir. Now, if you look at the situation in India, helicopters are very, very low compared to the population or the size of the country we have. A Brazil city, Brasilia, itself has more than 500 helicopters, and we are looking at 250 something helicopters in the whole country. So there is a great opportunity to tap into the helicopter services in this country, sir. So what civil aviation is doing regarding it, we want to encourage manufacturing of helicopters in the country. We are trying to push it. Now, like I've said, there is the state of design element which is there in the Bharatiya Vayu Videyak, which is going to improve the setting up of plants, designing these helicopters. And once we have that network within the country, I'm sure there is a lot of, if the states can also support us. And I would like to specifically take the state of Madhya Pradesh to give as an example. Sir, they are doing a wonderful job. They have connected their religious tourism circuits with helicopters. They have connected medical tourism. Uttarakhand AIMS has also put in one helicopter there so that it can cater to the difficult terrain, the unreachable areas in that state. So there are a lot of uses that helicopter services can provide also. And we, on behalf of Civil Aviation Ministry, are strongly looking into this area. And with the help of support from states, I am very sure, sir, that helicopter services are also going to increase multifold in the coming days to come. And there have been some other specific, most of the members, sir, and especially I would like to thank Honorable Senior Member of the House, Rudy ji, who has spoken yesterday, and it is a home court advantage for him. Whenever there is a civil aviation, it's a home court advantage. He brings in all the experience that he has, and he has rightfully elevated the discussion that was happening yesterday, and I'm very, very thankful to him for bringing in so much knowledge and enlightening. He's a pilot himself. He's a pilot himself. We recognize, the House recognizes, and he has elevated the whole sense of the debate here, and he has enlightened on how the civil aviation industry in India originated and how it traveled through over the years. And one specific mention he has done about Aero Club of India. And we take pride in Aero Club of India. It has all the services. And in future, we are going to see how we can collectively use the wisdom of Aero Club of India in the growth of civil aviation in this country. And I'm definitely looking into it personally also regarding this, sir. And some other suggestions like airfares was there, I've already addressed, sir. We will form a specific team in the ministry which is going to look into the airfares issue. And also, most of the members have talked individually about their state, their airports in the state, or their airports within their own constituency. So I would say, sir, it is very difficult. 36 members have spoken, and the names of the airports that have taken are more than 50. Each individual airport has a specific, I wouldn't say a problem, but they have a specific update, which I want to give to the honorable members. So if possible, I would extend through this August House, sir, whenever they have the time, they come and see me so that I can sit with them and explain to them exactly what is the necessary thing that needs to be done regarding that airport, sir. And I want to tell from the side of the ministry that we are interested in creating more airports. We want the infrastructure around airports to increase. And the only challenge the big challenge that we find today is the availability of land, which is why Saugadda was speaking yesterday, sir, and he was mentioning ये थोड़ा show off की तरह है कि आपने इतने airport बना दिए, इतने airlines चल रहे हैं, ये show off की बात नहीं है, sir. If we wouldn't have tackled the infrastructure problem today, it is going to be a huge challenge in the future. आज अगर हम ये एयरपोर्ट्स की इशू को आज हम सेटल नहीं करते, आज तो लग रहा होगा हर जगह हमें लगेगा कि ये पिछड़ा इस जिला के यहाँ पे एयरपोर्ट की क्या जरूरत है, यहाँ पे तो कुछ और बन सकता है, यहाँ पे तो ये पैसे कुछ और में हम लगा सकते हैं. But very soon that place is going to need airport, sir, and when that airport requirement is there, you won't get any land. So that is something which needs to be addressed today, and it has to be addressed by the states themselves, sir. Airport has got a great potential to drive a state, and there are numerous examples like this. I can take the example of Shamshabad Airport, which was done in Hyderabad under then Chief Minister. He was there, sir. He is now Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh also, chandrababu Naidu ji. He took this village and Shamshabad, where they have collected 5,000 acres. And that 5,000 acres at that time, people were saying, why do you need 5,000 acres for the airport? And today, if you look at it, after 20 odd years, sir, that 5,000 acres is not enough right now for the services that the airports are requiring. And this is a challenge many big cities are facing today. Chennai, Mumbai, Kolkata, all these places, if you see, all of them are very tightly knit into small lands right now. And we want to expand those airports, but there is no land available. And if you want to acquire more land, the price of the land has become so much that it is totally unviable to do expansion in those areas. So I am advising all the members here and also through you to the states that you represent, that if you can focus on getting that land parcels today itself, you are going to create airport infrastructure which is going to be useful for generations to come. It is very difficult tomorrow to address this land issue. Even today, yesterday when I was hearing the speeches, a lot of people have already mentioned about land acquisition, how it is a problem. Right now only if you want to take those areas for airport development, there is a lot of land acquisition problems just like anywhere else. So we have to tackle this problem, sir. And from our side, whatever support is needed from the central government, we are going to provide just like we have done for the last 10 years. And we are committed to improve the airport infrastructure in this country under the leadership of Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. And that is our commitment to all the states. Patna Airport also, Honorable Member has spoken about it. Whatever state, see the state land is with the state right now. And whatever land the state provides, the way we approach it is we first give the site clearance. We do an inspection, thorough inspection. Can an airport come here? Can it be viable? Can the flights land there? Is the site in such a way that can we build a proper runway there for big flights, wide body flights, narrow body flights? So all this survey we do and we give a site clearance. Once that is done, you go into land acquisition and in principle. So wherever you have a request of a new airport, so if there is a land parcel available or if there is an airstrip available, there has already a lot of research done from the Ministry of Civil Aviation. But in the case there is no update for you, you can hand over to me again a request for that specific place. I will give you a specific update on what that site, the status of that site is, and with the cooperation from the state and central government, I can assure you if everything goes perfectly, then we can very soon build an airport in that place. So don't restrict yourself. If you have any place in mind, please let me know so that I can get it inspected, and I'm going to provide all support from the ministry so that we can build airports there. So that was regarding the airport, individual airports, and especially during connectivity. For connectivity also, there have been a lot of requests. We have an airport now, we want to improve on the connectivity. Now again, connectivity is a market-driven exercise that is being done by the airlines. We don't have a specific rule saying, or we don't have the specific power to say to the airlines, ki, acha, you just have to start this route from today. But through RCS, we have done a bidding process where these unconnected routes or unserved airports, underserved airports, they are all given certain viability gap funding so that the unconnected airports are connected. So in that sense, if there is any airport which comes under the RCS category, then definitely we are going to provide the support and ensure that proper connectivity is given. And all other requests that you have, let it be for domestic flights or international flights. And even though that is not the direct responsibility of the government, we are trying through a favorable way to push the request to the airlines so that they can be considered as and when there is a possibility of considering them. Sir, these are some of the main issues that were mentioned yesterday. And other than this, sir, I think any issue from any member that has been raised, and especially Saugadda, he's not here. But one thing, I take objection from what he has said, sir.
Buddhist circuit.
Sir, your Buddhist circuit is also there, and we are definitely going to sit with the state government and do it, sir. And also, if Honorable Speaker sir was there, I would have told him also we have given site clearance for Kota Airport, where he has been very strongly pursuing from his side also. And सर ये शुरू होगा तो सारे का एक एक आ जाएगा, मैं अलग से दे दूंगा सर, सबका अलग से दे दूंगा. Yes, all these grievances that you have regarding...
He is ready to invite to any honorable member.
Any grievances that you have regarding airlines or airfares, we are going to create a proper system where we have a team in the ministry which is going to address all these issues. We are going to create a very efficient system where you can provide us with all the details. If there is a specific airfare that you feel there has been an unreasonable hike, you provide us on which website you have taken it, what was the timing of the plane, which plane and all. If you can provide the details, we'll do a thorough research from our side, and if there has been any misuse of the rights of the passengers, then we are going to take strict action also, and we have done this in before also, sir. And other than that one...
No, please, kindly you address to the chair.
Sir, like I said, land is totally state subject, sir. Land is totally state subject. If you feel somewhere it is very high, then it is up to the state only to look at alternate land proposals. We are not saying that airport should be restricted to one specific area. You can look at 4 or 5 areas and we can provide you with all the inputs where it can be feasible. So if there is a certain parcel that becomes very expensive, it is up to the state to look at other alternatives also. And I would like to take the point of Saugaddaji when he has...
Kani Moji ji, this is not fair. I think so. So many members have already raised concern if he is responding, and once minister if he is replying, so at least he should not finish. So I think so should not. No, you can ask later on. When I will allow you, you can ask later on.
Sir, I will say that I am very, very accessible to everyone, sir. Any request that they have, I am willing to meet anyone. At any time that they specify, I'll give them proper update.
You take a cognizance of Kani.
Yes, Thoothukudi Airport, sir, definitely we take. There is a terminal building under construction there, and you have also requested many times to speed up the process, and our ministry is trying to push it up also. We are trying, and Mumbai mein bhi hai, sir, Navi Mumbai Airport, which is a game-changer airport for the whole Mumbai city, and that a lot of people have expressed concern on when it is going to open. It's been going on for a long time, but I personally visited that airport. I've taken a review, sir, and we have given a strict deadline that by April 1st, the first flight has to land and take off from that place, and we are ensuring that they stick to their deadlines. There is... April 2nd kar dein usko. So, many of the airports, we are trying to put a time-bound deadline so that they complete their work on time, and people can access all these airports, sir. And coming back to this last point that I wanted to mention, Saugadda has mentioned that everything is getting privatized. Airlines, Air India दे दिया आपने, तो अब तो कोई ये सीट का अपग्रेड भी किसी से पूछ नहीं सकते. ये सर पहले होता होगा सर ये सिफारिश कल्चर 2014 से, और इसी सिफारिश कल्चर के साथ एयर इंडिया का कर्जा 80,000 तक चला गया सर. उसी के वजह से ये नुकसान हुआ. एयर इंडिया पूरा हमें छोड़ना पड़ा. बट अभी जो है सर, ये मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ सिविल एविएशन डजंट get requests of seats upgrade, sir. We get requests of airports upgradation. We get requests of airport infrastructure upgradation. We get requests of facilities upgradation. So we have taken the level of civil aviation from just recommending for seat upgrade to airports upgrade, sir. And this has only happened because of the vision Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji had, and that is the commitment we all are showing to the country also. And there is a lot of scope and potential, sir, especially with the MRO industry industry also. And I have replied in one of the answers, the growth, especially from $2 billion industry in 7 years, we are going to hit $4 billion industry in MROs, which also has a great potential for job creation in this country, sir. So lot of different sectors in civil aviation are being looked upon, and this Bharatiya Vayan Videyak encapsulates all of them and gives a good direction, and it harmonizes all the SARPs that have been set by ICAO, which is a United Nations agency for civil aviation, and we are globally trying to maintain a top standard where we just don't operate within ourselves, but we set standards for the whole world itself. So we are looking at a very promising sector in civil aviation, sir. And I would like to personally thank Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, who has given the responsibility of handling civil aviation at a very young age, sir. I didn't have any expertise on the civil aviation, but he had the confidence on the young member of this country, sir. He has the vision that if it is in the hands of a young minister, then it is definitely going to go very heights. So that is one thing I want to thank Honorable Prime Minister and also our leader Chandrababu Naidu ji for giving me the opportunity. And on behalf of me and also our Minister of State Muralidhar Mohol ji, we are both young ministers here, sir, and we want to do a lot of good things for civil aviation, and we have received the support. Yesterday, people who were speaking from both sides, they've all given a lot of support, and they've all encouraged us as young ministers from both sides. So all on behalf of the Ministry of Civil Aviation, I would like to thank all the members from each side, everyone who has shown support to us. And with this kind of support that you are giving to the Civil Aviation Ministry, we are sure that we are going to reach #1 in the domestic aviation market in the whole world. And that is still our commitment. And while I say that is our commitment, we are going to ensure that in whatever we do in this civil aviation ministry, it is going to be addressed as civilian aviation ministry. Civilian is going to be the topmost priority for us, and that we are going to ensure, sir. And for that, this bill plays a very important role, Bharatiya Vayan Videyak. And I request the whole House, just like they've supported through their speeches yesterday, to support in the passing of this important bill, which creates and gives a new direction for the civil aviation industry in the country. And with these words, I thank you once again for giving me the time. Thank you very much, sir.
Kani Modi ji.